how did Kelly Oubre Jr. spend his first $1 million in the NBA? Let's see. How did you spend? Sheesh, they just be blowing money fast in the NBA.
GGT. It's $1 million, y'all. Sheesh.
See?
What's up, everybody? It's Kelly Oubre Jr., aka Tsunami Poppy. I'm here with GQ Sports, and today
Tsunami Poppy is crazy.
I'm gonna tell you how I spent my first $1 million. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. 2005,
Baby.
relocated to Houston, Texas, all the way up until my senior year in high school. Growing up, early stages, life was, not extravagant at all. I give credit to my dad for working his butt off, my whole life to provide for us. I think that instills a lot of me. Being me and my dad, my whole life, something that he definitely instilled in me is financial literacy. He made sure that I wasn't, spending outrageous at an early age. I know how to make money, and, I know how to invest it and continue to save as well.
Hey, that is one of the best things you can be taught at a young age is where to put your money, how to be financially stable.
My first 9 games at Kansas, I didn't play at all. So, and I was, really humbled from that experience. I eventually got the opportunity to play and showcase my potential, my skill set, and it translated into the league. So everything happens for a reason.
Walk us kind of through that draft night. How did you feel when you got that call?
Ton of anxiety. My life was definitely about to change. Everything that I had worked for, was coming to life. Obviously, draft night, I was blessed to, get drafted, period.
Do you remember the feeling of that money hitting your bank account?
It was a very exciting feeling, of course, but it was also scary because, more money, more problems.
Man, imagine seeing $1 million just chilling in your bank account, dog. I can honestly see how basketball players just be blowing their money, because imagine $1 million in your bank account. What would you do?
Do you remember the contracts for the Suns and the signed with the Hornets?
Both 2-year deals. 2-year deal in Phoenix, 2-year $30 million, and then I signed a 2-year $25 million deal with Charlotte. Here are the details of my contract with the Suns and the Hornets.
$30 for 2 years. Ooh. See, look how I'm reacting to $30 for 2 years. Yeah, we can see what I'm gonna do with my meals.
All right, so enough of how I made my first $1 million. Let's talk about how I spent my first $1 million. First thing I bought when I first got money was Mercedes-Benz AMG G-Wagon, and then
He outside in the AMG, right outside, TT.
eventually got it wrapped too, which comes out to another good $6,000. On the wrap, matte black, painted rims, all that good stuff. That was just my soldier, you know what I'm saying? It was my baby. The G-Wagon was about $250,000. The next thing I purchased, I had to get a condo in Washington, D.C., which was ranked the most expensive city at the time on rent. So I think it totaled up to about $200,000.
He ain't lying, man. He ain't lying. I live in the DMV, and DMV is expensive, man. Sheesh.
DC, man, 2-bedroom apartment. And the thing with rent is you have to find somewhere to lay your head that's comfortable. And I'm very picky when it comes to picking houses because I like my interior to look a certain way. I could have got a 1-bedroom somewhere right next to the gym, but I've never been that guy. I always had to do it a little more elegant, Had to get furniture as well for the spot. I had to get a cloud couch from Restoration Hardware. I got a free Casper mattress in there. I went to Costco and got a guest bedroom bed for the guest bedroom. And then I just got some art from Wayfair. another backstory. My dad had gotten bitten in the head by a pit bull when he was younger. So I used to always ask him for a dog, and he, hell no, we're not getting a dog. And then, when I got to the league, I bought my own 2 dogs. Bought a dog, he was $5,000 in itself. I had him for the first year that I was in the league, and then my second year in the league, I bought another dog. She was $7,000. It was a mini Frenchie. Those are my babies and my first pets. I only brought Soul because Saint used to be so lonely, and I used to be on the road, and he used to have to go to a dog watcher. So I spent about 12 bands on my 2 dogs.
Hey, dogs are expensive, man. 12,000 on the dog.
My first rookie contract, I bought a set of diamond teeth, 4 single teeth up top, and a whole grill. Probably ran me about $8,000. And then I bought a little guitar chain. It was my first chain ever, rocking the mess out that thing. Really was just trying to get a piece of gold around my neck to match my watch and my teeth. So I was flexing for that for a little bit. So that probably ran me about, $1,500. Really was just trying to get a piece of gold around my neck to match my watch. I purchased 2 fleur-de-lis chains for Saint and Soul, my dogs at the time. Probably ran me about 7 bands as well. I bought 2 black diamond rings from Jason at Beverly Hills. One was just like this, actually, without the spin. The other one was like an octagon shape, but I got those, on my rookie contract, and those ran me about $13,000 together.
Yeah, you got a little contract for your boy. I'm free. Sure, I already told the NFL what's up. I already told the NBA you need me. I'm right here. Give me a little contract deal. We straight. I'm gonna do my thing.
My pops has been the least overhead for me because he don't really want anything. He never wanted gifts or anything like that either. But he's very low.
That is a blessing. That's one less person digging in my boy Oubre pockets.
He doesn't need too much. My first year, he got a little apartment in DC. It was about 2 bands a month, so about $24,000 on rent for him, in the first year. He got a Mercedes-Benz S450. He knew what he wanted. He said, I want this. For my pops, I probably would say I was spent $50,000 my first year, but word. I was partnered with this school in Washington, D.C. called Duke Ellington. I set up a seminar series called Black Boys Rock the Arts for all the younger kids in the school who just needed inspiration. It was a creative arts school, so I sat through design class with them. I sat through guitar class with them. I hosted about 2 or 3 seminars. At the end of the year, I gave away 25 scholarships to the seniors trying to, further themselves and go to college. So just trying to inspire and pretty much trying to give back to the next generation is, what my purpose was. I'm just happy that I was able to do that. I had guest speakers like Brian Leslie, Young Paris, Afrobeats artists. The best money that I spent, within this stack, within my first contract. So also the MBPA actually matched my $25,000. So, each kid got about $2,000. Definitely, a big part of this stuff was learning through my mistakes. Big traded companies like Apple, Nike, Chase, a lot of the banks. I really was able to learn about the stock market, and I made back a lot of the money that I spent, just by smart investing. I also learned to study GIA certified diamonds. I have a regret of buying the guitar chain with the SI diamonds. I should have never done that. You'll be surprised though. Hey, your favorite rapper might be wearing SI diamonds and you wouldn't even know, because at the end of the day, you ain't.
Little advice for the kids out there. If you buy some jewelry, make sure that it's some good quality jewelry that's an investment to you. Like, for example, when people buy the watches, they can flip those watches some years later. Get into investments too, because man, they will change. If you know what you're doing and you pick the right investments, man.
Good question. Stay woke, my people. One thing that I did invest in, I invested in myself. I spent about $10,000 to $15,000 just creating LLCs for the businesses and the ideas that I had. My grandma died also my second to third year in the league. I created a mark called Vie Infinie, which was, pretty much infinite life, and it was just for her. me being inspired by, that whole process of grieving, and that's another 5,000. My second year in the league, I bought my mom a crib in New Orleans. It was a blessing for me because I think that she's been living in the inner city. We closed on the house pretty much after my second year in the league. So I was still on my rookie contract, but I knew that, my next contract was coming. So, I definitely wanted to do something for her because at the end of the day, I didn't want to have her moving from house to house. New Orleans real estate is not too crazy. So, it was about 240,000. I just wanted her to kind of find a place that she likes. We had some options that we went through, and then, we settled with the one that she's in right now. It was a blessing. Like, I let her do her thing. She was just happy in herself, feel gratitude that I was able to buy her a home. Yeah, it wasn't any keys, surprising of anything. It was just her, signing the paper, signing her name on the house, and then having something of her own. So my second year in the league, the summer, I purchased a 2018 AMG GT. I wanted the SLS, but
That boy love them AMGs, man. I can't blame him on the SLS though. SLS, man. I've been wanting the SLS since I can't even tell you, but it's.
they were sold out everywhere, or they were hidden for a good pretty penny. So, I went with the AMG GT, and I called her the Bane Mobile. Yeah, I got Bane tatted on me. Respect to Bruce Wayne, but I like Bane, because he makes people feel like they're in charge when they ain't really in charge. I had the Bane Mobile, you know what I'm saying? It was about 140. I paid another 10 to get it wrapped matte black, just like my G-Wagon. So, I got the G-Wagon, I got the GT, and I get to drive a different car, every other day if I want to. So I was feeling real good. At the end of the day, when you're on a team full of young, eccentric guys who show their money off really well, you kind of are motivated to do the same in some senses. So I stepped out of character. I got the GT, and I was flexing. Young rook out here. Thank you to GQ Sports. You guys saw how I made, spent, and saved my first $1 million. So, catch me this season with the Hornets, man. Buzz City, Queen City, we here. Let's get it.
That was a good little video right there. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gone.